everybody, and welcome to another Jurassic News episode for Camp Cretaceous Season 2. Yes, that's right, we're back at it again. It is not another clip that we are watching today. No, they have not done that. But they have released multiple screenshots for the show, and we're going to be taking a look at all of them, seeing what we can find in them, which for some of the ones that I have seen, they're awesome. But we're going to start with the ones with the main characters, alright? So the first one that I want to discuss is with a Brooklyn and Kenji on Owen Grady's motorcycle, which, judging for how much it's being shown, maybe it's going to be like an important thing, which, I mean, it's not a bad thing. Like, it's obviously going to be like their main type of transport besides like walking and stuff. In this we see them both on the bike and with a shock prod, it looks like. At least that's what I think Kenji's holding. And obviously there's a fire and something on the left side. I can't tell what it is. Originally when I saw it, I thought it was like maybe eggs or something, but I don't think so right now. We'll obviously have to wait for the show to come out because I can't tell what that is. And also want to just point out that I'm glad these kids are being safe and responsible by wearing a helmet. Jesus, like, kids these days in the real world are, I don't mean to be rude, but what's the next one? Oh yes, it's another one with Kenji and Brooklyn. This time, no explosion stuff, just them looking both scared and shocked, which, judging from the expressions that we've seen of them in the past, it looks like something's obviously happening in front of them. We don't know what it is. It could be, I'm feeling like it's either two things. Maybe they've just met up with Ben, like this is them seeing him for the first time in the season, which, I mean, I'd probably pass out from shock from that, but it could be that, so like they're finally seeing him and Bumpy, with Bumpy probably being a lot bigger. And, or the second thing I'm thinking is maybe it's with one of the other characters, like one of the eco-tourists that we have seen in I think it was in the official trailer, we got to see a glimpse of maybe two of them. Like maybe they're getting killed in this, like maybe by the Ceratosaurus, Baryonyx, or even Rex, who knows. But it's definitely something that's obviously really frightening them. Otherwise, well, I don't know what it would be. And that's that. Next one, again with the motorcycle, but this time it's Kenji and Sammy, with Sammy holding something with that I can't tell what it is. I know, not really great, but obviously they're very excited or something. Maybe what she's holding is something like really important for them, like maybe it's sometime like when they think that their signal didn't work, or like they've discovered that Manticore is like the bad guys or something, and like they're going on about how they're happy they found this. But nothing much in here. Obviously with Owen Grady's bike and them wearing helmets, nice work again. And once again with Owen Grady's bike, man, this is going to be a lot of Owen's bike. But this time it's both Brooklyn, Kenji, and Yasmina. So looks like so far from all we've seen, the only person who's not gonna be on the motorcycle is Darius. Poor Darius. And maybe Ben too. We haven't even seen anything of Ben, so yeesh. But in this one, it's during the night, and from what it looks like, they have a piece of paper, which we've seen that before in like some, I think we've seen it in another, not a clip, but a few screenshots in the past. I have seen it before, But what I think it is maybe what it is like, I'm having a feeling it's, I feel, this may be a stretch, but I feel like it's a map towards Ben. Now hear me out. The reason why I think this is because if we're looking at Ben's perspective after he regains conscience, he thinks that everybody else is gone because he assumes they thought he was dead because, well, he fell out of the monorail and got attacked by pteranodons from what they could see. So what maybe happened was, maybe in case somebody else was on the island that like didn't make it to the ferry or something, maybe he went to Main Street or something sometime in the show in his version, and maybe he made himself a map to where he was gonna be. So like maybe he was going to head to like a science, one of the laboratories, or an area that is part of the camp. I don't know. It could be that. That's what I'm thinking it is. And like what this scene's depicting is like maybe they've just arrived at where it is, and then it's gonna show them from behind and showing the building or whatever it is. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking from this. But the next picture, this is where the big stuff starts to come. This one is of a Parasaurolophus being freed from a cage by Darius, and oh my god, that is the cutest little face ever. Aww. Why would you ever want to imprison this? Now, interestingly, before we talk about this, there are two theories that are going on about like these cages. The first theory that's going on for many is which most people would probably agree with, is that some of the dinosaurs are being captured by like Manticore or whoever is on the island and stuff, and like they're getting ready to take them. Like that was what I thought originally. However, some people, including a fellow YouTuber, Evolution Square, has theorized that these dinosaurs were not being captured, but possibly they were enclosed in this area before the park had closed down. Like maybe they were sick or like starting to be integrated into the park, and that during the evacuation they were never released. Which that is an interesting idea because because in another clip we actually will see the Baryonyx, so mini spoilers about that. So maybe it's like a little quarantine area, like where they're getting ready to integrate them, which makes sense if you know, if you've read the Evolution of Claire novel. That's how they would treat the dinosaurs before they integrated them in the park. They would have them isolated and like relieve some of the stress they have. So it could be what this is, but I don't know. We'll obviously find out when the show comes out in 2 days. Oh my god. Well, when this is coming up, it's 1 day. Oh, yep. Here's the first Baryonyx one, which shows Grim coming around a corner looking at both Darius, Brooklyn, and Sammy. Now, this is interesting because in both the YouTube version of the official trailer and the Netflix version, which the only difference is like there's a few extra scenes in the Netflix version, but in both we see that this Baryonyx, which I guess is Limbo. Limbo's the one with brown and then the dark green. This one is shown chasing them and also getting whacked by Brooklyn with a board in the trailers. However, in both versions, we do not actually see Sammy. So, I don't think this means she's gonna get killed or attacked here. What I'm thinking is she's obviously probably gonna split up. Maybe they run into one of the other Baryonyx, and I'll explain why I think that. And maybe the reason, and that's why we don't see her running with them. But it's a creepy clip, like just him staring at them. It reminds me of that scene with Toro in the underground pipes, except that was way creepier. It was literally darkness. If this was, but anyway, it's a nice clip. Maybe with Sammy, I don't know what's gonna happen with her. She's obviously gonna split up with them somehow. Maybe she'll get maybe if she splits up, it'll be like a little subplot. She gets captured by like Manticore or something, because like she knows who Manticore is because she was the spy in the first season. So I don't know, could be that. But if we go on, the next image that we have here, if it shows both a Brachiosaurus, a Stegosaurus, and a Ceratosaurus drinking. Now, when the official trailer came out and we got like a image of the lake, or not, it wasn't like a lake, it was like a little pond or something, with a bunch of dinosaurs drinking, and many people noticed that there was a theropod there, like some people thought it was Ceratosaurus, which it obviously is, now that we have full confirmation here. Some people actually thought it was Albertosaurus, even though actually technically it was originally going to be in Fallen Kingdom. It was actually one of the many dinosaurs that was scrapped from the film. But obviously it's Ceratosaurus, and some people were confused, why would it be like this? Like, wouldn't the herbivores be freaking out, or would wouldn't the Ceratosaurus be like, I'm outnumbered here? I think the reason why they're not fighting or being like threatened is because of a clip that was shown recently. The Stegosaurus one that we covered, when I'm recording this, it's today, but anyway, the topic of that one is mainly Darius and Kenji try and like free a log from blocking the river, which I think what's gonna happen is like they come up here, it's like dried out in something, and then they like go and free it, and then they come back here after like all the fiascos with the Stego and then the eventual Ceratosaurus, and maybe they come here, take a look at this, and see all the dinosaurs like being at peace with each other. And if that's not it, it still would make sense, because realistically the Ceratosaurus wouldn't fight any of those guys unless he was like to ambush them, like one of the smaller ones, but realistically he couldn't win. So realistically he's probably just here for a drink, and they're like, alright, let's stay cool, where nobody's fighting anybody here, we're just here for a drink, which happens a lot in nature. The herbivores might get a little, calm down, don't attack us, but they'll be fine. And I think there is one last, clip. I mean, not clip, no. It is a screenshot, and it is the one that you all probably have seen of all three of the Baryonyx, Grim, Chaos, and Limbo, which from this shot, oh my god, it looks so cool, like the mist in the background, the fence line, and then just all three of them, like them looking out, like Grim just like standing up tall, being awesome, and oh my god, it's so good. It's probably the thumbnail of this video, that's how good it is. And if you'll excuse me, I need a sip of tea. But there's not too much to go over in this clip. Like, from what I see, I'm thinking like, I'm really starting to think that they are in quarantine, or like they weren't released in the public. I've heard some people thinking that it's going to be similar to like how Toro was originally in the park, but then was like, you know, not shown to be safe, like he was too aggressive, then they quarantined him. Some people are thinking that's going to be the same thing with the Baryonyx, but I don't think it makes sense, because like realistically it wouldn't make sense because of one fact. The enclosure that they were in Jurassic World was the Cretaceous cruise, where they were able to swim with canoers, as well as with Suchomimus and Metriacanthosaurus. So Yeah, it wasn't like the safety standard level of a enclosure that you might think Jurassic World would have, but I'm thinking that they're probably going to break out, like maybe the power goes off, or like maybe we see like Grim like order them to like attack the fence, which could be a nice reference to the to both Jurassic Park film and novels, because in the film the big one was known to have the subordinate raptors attack the fence. This is when feeders came and stuff. So maybe we'll have a scene like that, which, oh my god, these Baryonyx, I'm so excited for them because like of all the possibilities of what they can do. Like in the first teaser, like we got to see like the girls hiding from one in like the laboratory. Oh my god, it just felt so horror oriented, even though it's a kid's show, but my god, this would be horrifying in real life. Also, I want to talk about something interesting with the Baryonyx's claws. On both, I believe just Grim, his one of his claws is quite a bit bigger, which a lot of people's dislike for the Jurassic World Falling with the Baryonyx for the films was that it didn't have its signature heavy claw. Or, well, that's what its name means, because it had a huge claw, which most believe was for fishing, but it looks like he might have it, so could this be a sign of, like, sexual dimorphism? Oh my god, we're gonna have another theory about the Baryonyx. We already did one, and the show hasn't even come out. But, guys, that is going to have to wrap it up. Those are the clips that I have found. If there's another, when I'm uploading this, which will probably be the next day from when I'm recording this, if I find another clip or new screenshots that show like something important, you'll most likely get 2 videos in that day. But if you've enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate the like, and if you want to join the hunt, help support this channel, hit the subscribe button, be safe, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye!